Hey up everybody. Do you know when I did that Masbro to Kimberworth video a week or so ago, and I said that they built that bypass and it split James Street in half? Well, where I am now, I'm on the roundabout at the end of that bypass. We used to call it Charlie Browns Roundabout because if I just turn you around, that there look used to be Charlie Brown's. This is the roundabout here, and these cars here is on that bypass. And if you remember me saying that I went up Winifred Street, them houses there in front on you, that's Winifred Street. So what I'm going to do, this is the end of Masbro before it borders with Thornhill. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk you down this road here, and I'm going to walk you up Tenter Street. And the reason I'm doing that is let me talk to you. And the reason I'm going to do that is because since I did that last video, people have been mentioning to me, not a lot, but 2 or 3, they've said they don't remember that youth club that we used to go to in Masbro Chapel, but they remember the Bethesda at the end of James Street. So if I walk up Tenter Street, I'll be able to show you this Bethesda where we used to go to. Now I don't know if it was a church. I'm going back some 40, 45, 46 years now. I don't know if it was a church or just a community centre, but it'll give us some idea when we get there because it's still there. Now, I don't know, I know that, well, I do know that the Bethesda Youth Club, as we know it, they had a football team, which were a very good football team. And I don't know whether, excuse me, I don't know whether they played on this football pitch, what you see in front of me here, look. So let me let's start this walk. Right, so as I said, that place there, look, says Grand Designs on it. It used to be Charlie Brown's. So some people call it, or used to call it, B&Q Roundabout. I always called it Charlie Brown's Roundabout. They called it B&Q because this place in front of us, this JD Gyms, used to be B&Q. Just beyond them trees is where the chapel used to be and where the mausoleum stands now, if you watched my previous videos. So when that's shut down, when we stopped having youth clubs in that Walker Chapel, we all went to this Bethesda Youth Club. And I don't, Thames Street. I was just going to say, I think that's Thames Street, which it is. And when we were kids, there were houses down there. So the way we'd come to this Bethesda Youth Club is we'd get off bus in town, we'd walk up by the Phoenix pub, under the dual carriageway, come out to this Thames Street, and here before, here before it used to be B&Q, used to be a bakery, and I don't know whether it were Jackson's Bakery or a Mother's Pride. It were either one of them two. I'm just going to take a left here into 10th Street, and where this places now, this Russell's. In fact, where that car park is, there used to be a pub and they called it the Stag. That's long since gone, that. So this is Tenter Street, and I'm just going to walk you up to the Bethesda, and then I'll take you up onto I'll take you up James Street where it goes on to that bypass, and then I'll take you over the little railway bridge onto Clough Street. I don't know whether Clough Street and Clough Road is classed as Masbro or Thornhill. Just mentioning Thornhill, you see that place there? That building? That used to be a pub called Thornhill Tavern. And I remember that round about 78, 77, 78, maybe even been 79. It burning down. Wait, not really burned down, but it suffered a really bad fire. I'm just approaching that Bethesda now. Just there outside of the Bethesda used to be a big bungalow, and back in the 70s the owner of Rotherham United were a chap called Sid Wood. I'm going to say Sid James. Sid Wood. And this is where we used to live. And where these containers are, and in there used to be, I think he had a coach company, Sid Wood's Coaches. I'm going to cross the road so you can see it better. This was it. I don't know if it were a church. It looks like a church. Looks like a church. It looks like a kiddies play area now. Camelot Play Castle. And this takes you on to Oak Street and some more industrial units. So this place here, this Gemini, I don't know what accident repair centre it says, so it's obviously automotive. It used to be like a sewing factory, and I'm sure they called it two steeples. For some reason, two steeples come in my head. So what I'm going to do now, where that grey building is there in front of us, that's James Street. So I'm going to drive you there, and I'm going to take you up to where the dual carriageway ends, and then I'll drive you on to Clough Street. So yeah, this were the Bethesda Youth Club, and the Bethesda Youth Club and the Friendship House, South Grove School Disco, where my introduction to Northern Soul, where they used to play a lot of Northern Soul. So that would have been around about 74. Right, I've just come back in my car now. So it's going to be easier for me to drive it round than it is to walk it, because I'm just going to be panting that microphone, and you don't want that. In fact, look at my new microphone muffler. These are called, you'll never know guess what they are, these. They're called Dead Cats. It's Dead Cats. And I thought they'd stop wind noise a little bit better than them foam ones, but they don't. It's just a gimmick. So I thought I'd put one of these on and look like a proper presenter, like the you see on news, but I'm crap, aren't I? So I'm going to turn around, get you set up, and then we're off. And as always, I'll give you some crap commentary. I've just come to the bottom of Tenter Street now, because I'm going to take you up that Oak Street, because I'm going to look to see if that Thornhill Tavern is still a pub, because sometimes they stay as pubs, don't they, for these little units. So it's just coming up here on your right, look. No, it says automotive trimming, automotive trim shop. So that would have been, that Gemini in front of us there, look, would have been what I said would call two steeples. It might not have been that building, it might have been another one in front of it, but we'll see in a minute. So where I am now, look, is where I've just been when I walked it up, and that there is the old Bethesda, which is now the kiddies, looks like a kiddies play area. So if I take a left here, this will be James Street. Now if I'm right and it's still there, it should fork off, which it looks like it does. So I'll take you down here first. So if I take you down here, obviously I can't go no further because of the dual carriageway. But that would have gone into Brown Street. So if you'd have carried on through here, you'd have come to Brown Street Club. And those houses there, look, there's Brown Street. I thought you were longer than that, but obviously not. I have not been down here since about 1977. So I'll take a left here, but I don't know. I'll take a left here. This is James Street. And I know it's a dead end. Just wait for this chap to turn round. So that's a walkover bridge, look. There's continuity for James Street for pedestrians. So just going over the railway bridge now. This one of these is, I don't know which is which, but one's Clough Street, one's Clough Road. Ah, there you go, Clough Street to your left, look. And if you go to end of Clough Street, then you can turn round and come into Clough Road. Now if you take a right here, that will just take you up onto the clough. I don't even know what clough is. Can somebody tell me what the clough is? Now if I turn right here, I know I'm going into Thornhill. So I don't know whether this is Thornhill Clough Bank. Well, I've just come to I've just turned off. I'm outside Thornhill School now on Clough Bank Road, I think it's called, which is going to take me onto the dual carriageway. You know that the one what split James Street in half. So if I just carry going, if I carry on going forward now, it will just turn me into that dual carriageway. So I'm stopping here and I'm going to end this video now. So I thought I needed to do that because it just completes that part of Masbro that's not being shown, and I don't think there's anything else that I can show on Masbro now. I think I've done everything. I've done the chapel, I've done round James Street, I've done Millmore in them and that area in previous videos, and now I've done the bottom off of James Street, the Bethesda Youth Club that we used to go to from 1974 up to leaving school in 1976. So I'll end it there now, and I'll see you on the next one. You have been watching Rotherman, and I'll see thee.